Okay, so got the stairs in there. I just want to fix up something on the railing before we go and do the roof, which is really going to enclose the bulk of our space before we can then go and fine tune some of these other details on the exterior. So I'll just quickly fix that railing, and it's not maybe as easy as it might seem, because we've got to use a trick to take this segment out. What we need to do is copy it and paste it. So I'm going to select the railing in this view, and then in the clipboard panel you've got the copy tool, copy to clipboard. Now I'm going to click on the down arrow under paste and then choose align to same place. So basically I've done a copy and paste, so I've got two railings, one right on top of the other, so I can't see the new one just yet. I'm going to go to edit path and then delete the line there at the bottom and the one next to it, and then the one that goes across the railing. So all of these lines here, just leaving that segment on the right hand side. Yeah, and then under paste, choose the down arrow under paste, and then align to same place. Yep. And then click edit path. Yep. 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 And so then hold down control so you can select these lines here that I'm selecting. So there should be three lines, so two along the left hand side of the stair, and then the one at the bottom alongside your landing. Then just delete. So you should then be left with the lines over here to the right, which is just one long continuous segment, but there'll be two lines there. Tick to finish. Okay, so that's actually made a railing that goes just down this side. So now I'm going to select the original railing, go to edit path, and then delete the line on the right, this time the top right, and then the one connecting to it, and then also the one that goes next to the entry. So again, just delete. So I've just been left now with these two segments on the left hand side. Oh no. Tick to finish. And there we go. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Okay, so the reason you need to do that is because you can't just remove the inner segment. Railing paths need to be connected or continuous. Okay, so in this case we've got two unconnected railings, so we need two separate railing paths for those. So remember that copy and paste option, that's really useful as well. You can always copy and paste objects if you need to duplicate them in the same place. Okay, so I know I said we're going to do the roof next, but maybe just so it's a bit easier to relate the levels to what we've made, I'm just going to make sure you've got a floor in there for the next level. And I don't have one yet either, so I'm going to make this now as well. So I know some of you have got a floor there. If you do, you could either modify it or even just delete it and make it again. Doesn't hurt to make it again. That's probably what I'd do. Delete it, and then you can always just go into your 3D view and perhaps you'll be able to delete it from there. Okay, so now, just out of interest, does anyone know what that area labelled as 19 is? Yeah, I was going to say, it's not going to be very useful as floor space. It's not labelled on this floor plan, unfortunately. So, where was the one we had here? Yeah, storage. Yeah, so that will be, almost too low to even walk into. And that definitely would be too low. But that's okay. Yeah. No, only to well, you'll see exactly how much room you've got once we put the roof in. You can put a section through it and then measure the heights. So I think you would be able to get an ensuite into part of it, because the ceiling height would be at about 2400, because it'll be set up for the bedrooms. So I'd say, well, we're going to assume it's about 2400. I think it might even be lower. Simon was, well, yeah, they can go down to 2100, and then over the toilet and things like that, you can go a bit lower as well. I think it might be actually, but we'll measure it now and we'll find out. That's the good thing about modelling it in 3D. Yep, that's it. You can work it all out. Here in the level 1 view with the plan, you can see the main line of that floor, and I'm just going to go to the floor tool there, and okay, so we're going to have to use a little bit of judgment here with those walls, because they extend out further than the grid there, but then you've got some new walls which are a different thickness. So what we'll do is we'll just allow for that and assume that we can change that later. So I'm going to ignore that for now. So I'm still going to use pick walls and pick the inside of my big thick walls either side. But now I want to pick this reference plane that's at the top, and I can't use pick walls to do that. So I'm going to use pick lines, and then I can pick that reference plane. Now, if you haven't put a reference plane there, don't worry, you can just go and use the normal line segment tool to draw in a line up there. Doesn't really matter. The important thing here is that we establish the height of this floor. So next, we're going to have a look at that balustrade, just to give you an idea why we're going to put the edge of the floor where we're going to put it. Because I know how Seidler did his balustrades. It's the same way I do them. I'm building one just like this right now. Okay, so notice how he extends the wall down over the floor. He doesn't have the floor poking out, and this is normal. This is a good way to always detailing if you've got exposed floors like this, or voids that open through multiple levels. It's much nicer to detail it like this usually than having the floor poke through with the wall sitting on top. Okay, so that means what we're going to do here is put the floor edge on the back of that wall, and the wall will come down over and cover the floor. Okay, but then what we need to do here with the stairs is go around the wall there. So I'm just going to come down 100 mil and then across and then back up 100 mil. It's going to assume these walls are 100 mil. They're probably not, but they'd be close to that. Yeah, just with the line tool. Yeah, on that green tab. Yeah, on the green tab, on the one you were just... Yeah. And then in the draw panel, you can click on the line button on the right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now, with the wall at the bottom, you could just draw a line over the edge, or you can use pick walls and pick the edge of your wall and then trim. It's up to you. But remember, you'll need to trim some of the other sides as well probably. So there you can see this part's done. I don't need to use trim to join the line here with the vertical line on the left and then that vertical to the top. Remember, we're going to fix that part there on each side once we go into the bedrooms. But for now, I'm just going to join it to the part at the top so that I've got a closed shape. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, pick the walls either side, that one, yeah. And then the one on the right. Yep. And then from that point on, you probably need to go to the draw line tool. Yep. And then zoom in so you can trace your plan. So you're drawing where the edge of the floor is, which is no, that's open. So you've got the balustrade there. That's it from the top of that wall. So zoom right in so you can see. Yep, right in. Yep. So the right on the line, on the top of the wall. Yep, that looks pretty close. Yep, and then to the right. Yeah, and then across to where the stairs are. No, back to your stairs. Well, maybe just to save time, ignore the stairs and go past them, and you can fix that later. So just go past that. Yep, and then to the store. So just zoom out, and then to where the storeroom is. Yep. So that no, back where the floor would be. That's it there. That's it there, right there.
Yeah.
Yep. And then go down. So click there, and then go down, all the way to the bottom. Yeah, tick to finish if it's and see if it works. It probably won't. So continue, and maybe switch to your other level 1 floor plan, so you can see which lines you need to join together. Yeah. So escape, and then switch to your level 1 floor plan. No, your other one above that. Yeah. And then you can see any lines that are missing or lines you need to join together. So you need to see how mine's got a closed shape going all the way around. So you need to draw a line across the top and then connect your lines at the side to the line at the top, and also connect any other lines that you have. Yeah. And then join the rest of the lines. Yeah, sure.
Room 18, like here.
Yeah.
Are we just going straight up? Or
Yeah.
we
Just go straight up for now, and then later we'll fix that. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's it. Well, no, because you've never used pick walls to pick that side already. So you can just join the line that you made using pick walls. So using trim the corner. Yeah, that's it. And then choose the wall on the side, or or that one. And then on the side you've got a line, so click there, right? And then same on the left, in the top. Yeah. And then also join that line to the bottom, to the wall. No, to the one next to the railing. No. Okay, so here you're trying to make that corner there. So choose it above. So that one, and then the one above. Yeah, to the left. That's it, there. Yeah.
Are they still on the page somewhere?
Yeah, so you've got an extra line. So you see there, you've got to trim that line there to make this corner. So here, see this corner here? So you've got to use trim the corner. Yep. No, to the left. Yeah, other way. Yep. That line, and then line to the left. Yeah, it's like that line, but choose it on the left-hand side. That's it, there. Yep, that's it. And now try finishing it. Yeah, don't worry about that. You can fix that later. So you just need to draw a line at the bottom. See how you're missing this line here? So you've got to draw that in. Just go to the line tool and draw it in. Yeah, that's right, yep. Okay, so, yeah. Yes, say yes. That means it's worked, and it's just going to join it for you, so that's good. Yeah, so if you can click the tick and it works, then it should ask you sometimes if you want to join geometry. So you just need to make sure all your lines are connected, and then when you click on the tick button, just say yes. Yep, just say yes, that's fine. Oh yeah, so delete any extra lines that you have there. I would just delete those. Yeah, no, you won't be able to trim those. Just delete them for now. And then just those little lines, just delete those. Yep, and then try finishing it. Yeah, look out for the ones that are orange. Yeah. So they're the ones with the problem. Well, it means if you've got duplicates, if there's more than one there, then it thinks they're intersecting. So delete that one. Yep, there we go. Now try finishing it. I'd say that was the one. No, continue. Yep. So there's the one going below that, the one to the left there. Yep. Delete that, and then try drawing the new. Well, I think you've got actually you've got an extra one over the top of that on the other side. So just undo, and then delete the other one instead, the one going to the left. Yep. Delete that, and you must have an extra line somewhere there. So, oh yeah, I can see it on the left. Yeah, that one there. So that's it. Now try trimming and joining that, or just drawing a new one. Oh, there we go. Now try finishing it. That should be right. There we go. Here you go. Yep. Just.
Project browser back.
Yep. Go to View tab and then User Interface. Yep. User Interface on the end on the right, and then tick Project Browser. Yep. Sure. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the 3D view now, and you can see then we've got this floor, which gives us a good thing to relate our heights to, because the stairs should go up to that height, and then you can see it also comes out for the balcony there, which is effectively not really a balcony, it's actually the bedrooms that project out over the balcony below. And then you can see the storeroom is going to be about that height at the end, but it slopes up, so the first part of the storeroom, I think you will get an ensuite in there, but it just can't be very deep. Yeah, I reckon. Yep. If you play around with the planning and get the the WC and other things in the right spot. Yep. So okay, so now we can have a look at the roof tool. So I'm going to go to my roof floor plan, and then this time what I might show you is a really useful trick that I use quite often when I have a PDF like this. If you want to bring it into Revit, you need to save it as a JPEG, and then you can just insert it the same way we brought the plans in. But if it's just to measure off, and that's really what I want to do here, I'll often bring them into AutoCAD. And you're probably more familiar with AutoCAD than Revit anyway. And AutoCAD gives you a lot of options for working with PDFs that Revit doesn't. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to import this drawing, which I've put onto the P drive for you. That's it. So it's called. You don't have to. It's going to help you if you do it though. No, you don't have to. So the file is called Floor Plan and Section. And I'm going to turn the scale option off. Click OK. What I might do for you is I'll put a copy of this AutoCAD file onto the P drive for you. Alright, so later I'll scale it, and I'll give it to you after I've scaled it, and that way you can measure off things like heights. Yeah, it'd be really useful. Yeah, but what I really want to measure here is the angle. So I'm going to use the ruler in AutoCAD just to measure a point along the base of that roof line. And AutoCAD is far better at this than Revit, unfortunately. Okay, and so there you can see the angle is coming up as 12. Now, because we need to get this fairly precise, I'm going to go into the units option and set my precision to at least 1, I think maybe even 2 decimal places. And then I'll just measure that again. Yeah, the drawing's far from perfect, but there we are. Okay, it is pretty close to 12. 12.05, that's 12. Okay, so that's really the most important thing we need to know to make the roof. So I'm going to use the roof tool, and here you don't need to click onto the down arrow to choose an option. You should be able to just click on the roof button But if you click on the down arrow, it's the first one, roof by footprint. And I think I'm going to make life easy for you. Instead of using pick walls or any of those complicated options, you can just go straight to the rectangle tool. Before you click anywhere though, make sure you turn define slope off on the options bar. And then just snap to the corner of the outer wall. On the green options bar above that. You've got a few options over to the left, down to the left, where it's got the offset and the radius. Yeah, sure. So this corner here. Yeah. So right on the bottom left corner of your outer wall, and then all the way up to the top right corner, again, of your outer wall. Okay, so that way the roof should sit exactly on the edges of all of our walls. Okay, so now we want that to have a slope, and I know you would have used the roof tool right back when you're doing that house modelling exercise, and so you probably have a bit of a look at how the roof slopes get set. Here, it's simple, we just need to set one. On the bottom edge there, we need to put in our slope of 12 degrees, so I'm going to select that line at the bottom. I've pressed escape to finish drawing, and then I can click onto that line, tick define slope, and then it'll come up with an angle in the drawing area which will probably be on 30 degrees, and there I can just select on that angle, type in 12, then enter, tick to finish, and that's done. So I'll just go back if you missed any of that. So the main thing is when you select that line that you find the angle value, so it has to be the line at the bottom, we're working from there. So again, once you've finished it, have a look in 3D and you'll see it's going to be pretty close to what's really there. Now it's a bit thick, so yep, I'm going to do that too. Yep. You've got to tick define slope to turn it back on. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep. And you want to make sure that line, they should all be on the outside, so you can just drag that line afterwards, just press enter, and then drag the line to the bottom of your wall. Yep, sure. Yep. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at that in a second. That should be easy to fix. But you can just keep going and don't worry too much about that for now. That's easy to fix. But I'll come over in a little while. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so to make that wall that roof a thinner type of roof, you can just select it, and then in properties, there should be a generic 125. It's probably a little bit thicker than that, but it's not 400. So I've got a photo here. Oh, well, actually, it's yeah. Let's go. Let's make it 400. Actually, let's leave it 400. It's less than that, but we'll make it in between. I'll say it's about 300, but that's okay. 400 is not that far off. Okay, so we've got the roof there. Now, in the 3D view, we can select this wall here. Now, I think later we'll make it so that it's not got the stone on the outside. So no, we don't have any photos of that side actually. It could well be that it is. But, yeah, so that's unusual. Seidler, when he did those stone walls, usually had them as interior. Oh, here we go. Okay, it is. See there? There's the stone. So it is on the outside. Good. Okay.
So outside of both sides?
No, just that one. Yep. Oh, I changed it to 125, but then I went back. to 400. Yep. So to make the wall now extend up to the roof, you don't have to, but it is something like that. It's about 300. So yeah, I found the photo of that side, and there it is. So it's pretty chunky. Okay, so I'm going to select the wall, and then you should see attached top base come up on the ribbon there. And then you can just select the roof, and it'll extend it up to follow it. That easy. So, same with the next one. Select the wall on the other side, attach top base, then choose your roof. Now, the curtain walls that we did last week, don't worry if you haven't put these in, you can do them later. But those curtain walls, you can see if I select them, they go up to the top constraint there, up to level roof, O4 roof. So I'm going to change them firstly just to go to level 1. But what you'll see when you set a wall to have its top going to a level like that, it will go to the level, not to the floor on that level. So I'll just show you the same thing again, but with a floor. When you select a wall and go again, attach top base, you can also choose a floor. Yep, and so now you can see the wall then goes and stops at the floor. Don't worry about the mullion going across the top there. That is definitely lower in real life. I just don't know what the height is. In fact, I'm going to take it out. Yeah. Okay, so that's just with the default option, but you can always, if you've got a curtain wall, go to edit type and then just set the horizontal grid layout option to none. Delete grid line. The bottom. Oh. The wall. Oh, okay, I'll come out and look in a second. Yep, no, I'll have a look at it in a moment. Okay, so I'm just going to select this wall here and again just show you, just like a roof, when you go to attach top base, then you can choose a floor just as easily as you can choose a roof. If it's a curtain wall, you might get a message like this. But if you've ever seen a warning like this where you can't click OK, but you've got an option to the left of that you can choose, that's the same as clicking OK basically. So there, let's brought the top of the wall down. Yeah, yeah. And I'm just going to have a quick peek at the floor plan there.
Yeah, mine's going generic all the way across the
Oh yeah, sure, so I'll have a look at that too. Okay, so a good example is this set of walls here, which maybe I'll just do them one at a time, but you can always select them with control. Attach top base, then I can choose the floor. Again, select, attach top base, and the floor, select, attach top base, and the floor. Okay, so there we are. And right, so now we're at a point where we really need to start refining the walls and looking at some of the details. But it's really starting, if you have a look at the interior view, to look like the real space. And so we'll bring this around. Oh yeah, sure. I'll just be 2 seconds. So let's get this view. And
My roof's too, I think my roof is too small for it to connect to my roof.
oh yeah, you might need to change the shape. Yep, so I'll come and have a look at it.
Do I just